We've heard your stories on the campaign trail. We have been touched by your dreams. And we will fight for you every single day that we're in Washington, because Joe and I are committed to leading a government that is accountable, not just to the wealthy or to the well-connected, but to you. To the conductors who make our trains run, and to the workers who lay down the while emerging as a statesman in the community of nations. For 36 years, Delaware has sent Joe Biden to change Washington, and Washington hasn't changed him. Joe Biden has changed Washington. The people of Delaware know this better than anyone, because Joe is still the scrappy kid from Scranton whose family moved here to Wilmington in search of a new beginning. They knew their share of hardships. They knew more would come. They didn't have much money. But Joe Sr. taught his son about the values that stretched longer than a dollar. The dignity of a hard day's work. The primacy of family. The dream that anyone should be able to make. Happy birthday. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Wilmington. Thank you, Joe Biden, for that welcome. Thank you, Jill Biden, for putting up with Joe Biden all these years. And thank you, Wilmington, for giving us such a great send-off. Thank you, everybody. To the governor and the governor-elect of this state, to Wilmington Mayor James Baker, to Senator Carper, the newly elected Senator Ted Kaufman, to the man who delivered Joe Biden for so many years, to not just to Washington, but more importantly, got him back home. You know, it was just under 5 months ago that Joe Biden stood beside me on the steps of the old state capitol in Spring. They're shared by Irish Catholics from Wilmington and African Americans from the south side of Chicago, by Hispanics and Asians and Native Americans all across this great land. They form a foundation for our success, and they lift us up when we face adversity. Those are the values that Joe carried with him to the Senate. You sent him there when he was just 30, and that's when tragedy struck.
You make it easier.
Suddenly this man who had a limitless future before him had lost more than most of us could imagine. That's when Joe Biden got back up on his feet. He didn't move away from Delaware. Instead, day after day, month after month, year after year, he came here to this station and boarded the train to our nation's capital. And then night after night, month after month, year after year, he rode that train back home in the evenings to raise his boys and a beautiful family alongside his beautiful wife, Jill. He would be the first to tell you that he didn't do it alone. He had the people of this city and this state with him every step of the way. Now, Delaware, I'm asking Joe Biden to take one more ride to Washington. Their children and their grandchildren, they are you, and they deserve, and you deserve, a government that represents the same enduring values that you live out in your own lives. That's why Joe Biden's going to Washington. Yours are the stories that will drive us in the days ahead. This is the moment that we have to come together for the sake of our country. For while we come from many different places, as Americans, we share a common story. That story began over 2 centuries ago in Philadelphia, where we started today's journey, and where our forefathers declared the birth of our nation and the creation of our Constitution. It was here in Delaware that the Constitution was first ratified. It was here in Delaware where the first state joined our union. And now it falls to us to carry forward that American story, to make it our own. Now it falls to us to ensure that everyone in this country can make it if they try. Now it falls to us to pick ourselves up, to reach for the promise of a better day, and to work hard every single day together to perfect our union once more. Thank you very much, Wilmington. Pray for us. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.